Hello everyone, today we are going to take a look how APPSeCONNECT helps to sync data between BigCommerce and Dynamics GP. To begin with, log into this APPSeCONNECT portal. Once we log in, under this process flow segment, you can find your process flow. This is our marketplace. From here, I already have installed the process flow, so let me go to the process flow segment. Here you can see the package which we are going to use for this demo purpose. It's already shared and installed. Once we clicked in the right side, all the integration points contained by this package are showing here. And these are the integration points which we have configured. Let me open any one of them. To open any process flow, from this context menu, you have to click on Edit option. This will redirect to the Process Flow Designer page. This is our Process Flow Designer where everything has mapped here between these two applications. It's a simply drag and drop application mapping. So from left side, you can drag your application, drop it, and here in this mapping node, we have done the API matching or mapping between these two applications. Now for the deployment, we have two different options. If I click on deploy, from here you can choose your preferred deployment mode. Either you can choose hosted or you can choose on-premise. For hosted, if you are using both application on cloud, in that case you can go with the hosted environment where everything will be taking place here in this portal.appseconnect.com. On the other hand, if you're using any application on-premise, in that case you have to go with this hybrid approach. This is the on-premise one. Right now I'm also using because my GP is the on-premise environment. So again, everything will be taken place here in this portal.appseconnect.com, but just to connect with the on-premise app, you have to install an application. Now moving to the next, as I already have chosen my environment, so I'm going to the setup connection page. In the setup connection page, you have to set up your credential for Microsoft Dynamics GP and BigCommerce. In case these are not present here, from the plus sign, you can add the credential and you can validate that and then start the execution. Right now, I already have chosen my credential, so I'm moving to the next. So here this lookup is used if any value mapping required. Right now it's not, so I'm moving to the next thing. So in the sync and retry option, you can automate this process flow. If you toggle this option, it will activate the automatic mode where you can set up the frequency of the synchronization, like everyday basis, minutely basis, or hourly basis. So if I choose every day or minutely, you can put here the time intervals, like 1 minute, the data, every 1 minute the data will get synced. Otherwise, if you choose every day, you can schedule at particular time, like let's say at 2:30 a.m. or p.m. the data will get synced. So you can schedule it accordingly, and once it's done, just click on this finish. Once it's finished, it shows the deployment end with success. Once the deployment is done, you can go with the execution. In that case, as I have set this in automatic mode, I don't need to trigger anything. The data will automatically get synced. I just need to create the account or the order anything in BigCommerce, so the data will redirect to the other application, or vice versa. If anyone wants to do it manual, in that case we have that option as well. So this is the manual mode. So if any manual synchronization is required, in that case if you click on that, it will start the sync. So here you can see it shows that it is deployed. So let me jump to the execution part. For execution, I have opened the BigCommerce account. So this is the demo BigCommerce account. Let me register a customer first and we'll place an order on behalf of that customer and sync that from BigCommerce to GP. Let me put all the information related to the customer. Alright, so I'm adding all the information related with the customer. So random email ID and the password and other information I'm putting here. Okay, I'm putting other information like the first and last name, company name, etc., which are the mandatory here. Alright, I have randomly added all the information related with this customer. So I'm moving to the next step. Let's create this account. The account is created. Now I'm going to the account page and let's check all the details related with this customer. So here you can see there is the account. I'm logged in right now and I have added the address as well. Here you can see we are logged in now and we have added the address. Now we are going to place an order. So I will choose one item which already I have in my both application. So this I have synced from GP to our BigCommerce site already. So I'm choosing the other details, the required field, and moving to the cart. So we support the bidirectional synchronization. Right now I'm doing it from BigCommerce to GP. So if you have any requirement that you have existing customer in your present GP and you wish to sync that back from GP to BigCommerce, that is also possible. So here I'm placing this order and moving to the checkout option. I'm putting all the information and going to the shipping method page. Let me add flat rate for this order. Right now the only default charges are added here, but in case of other shipping methods, if you're using, we can map it with them as well. And here, if you are using any coupon code, if you want to apply, we will calculate that. And also if you wish to sync the coupon code information along with the sales order, that is possible. All right, I can see the order details are added here. Now I'm using the payment option. So these are the payment option right now we have, but in real world there can be PayPal, credit card, debit card, some more details. So we also can sync those information like the transaction ID, the payment method name, like this. Okay, I think I have added all the details. Now let's place this as order. Alright, so the order is placed. Now I will go to the GP side and let's check the customer first, then the sales order. So we have mapped the flow like this way. If the customer is not present, it will pass the customer, thereafter the order will get synced. So let's check out the customer first. I have opened the GP. Now I'm going to the customer page and let's find out the customer. Now I'm finding with the customer name. So here is the customer. Let me select this and can see all the details related with this customer. Whatever I have added in the BigCommerce site, it has synced the address information and the name, short name, etc. So I'm adding only the default details right now, but if you have any extra information in your BigCommerce site or in GP and you wish to sync those details as well, and if you have enabled the API for those custom fields or extra field, we can do that as well. Okay, so this is, as I mentioned, is the bidirectional process. Right now I'm doing it from BigCommerce to GP direction, and we are capturing the IDs here and duplicate check on the top of that. So if it is already present in your GP side, it will not synchronize again. Okay. Also for the customer, the duplicate check on top of the email ID. So if the email is already present, it will not sync again. So the email ID is a unique identifier for a customer. On the other hand, for order, the ID will be the, or web ID will be the unique identifier. Right now I'm using this the web ID here for adding the customer, but if you have any number series, if you're maintaining in your Dynamics GP site, we can follow that as well. So here you can find out the email information related to this customer also. Now moving to the order page, as we already have placed the order, and let's check out the order here. Moving to the sales transaction entry page. Now let me find the sales order. So I'm choosing the type ID from here and let's find out the document. For that, let me open the filter again. I'm choosing the customer name here. So here's the sales order. Let me open this. Here all the information, whatever we have added in our BigCommerce account, the order details related to the customer information, the line item information, the freight charges, everything has synced. So freight amount is calculated with the mean amount. Here is the total amount is showing here. The shipping details, everything has synced here. For order, if you have any extra field or user defined field, we can grab those information, pass it accordingly. And with the order of the payment details, if you wish to synchronize to your ERP direction, that is also possible. As I mentioned that for the sales order, the unique identifier is the web ID or the BigCommerce ID, which we are capturing here in this customer PO number. So this 342 is the BigCommerce ID. So if I go to the BigCommerce, you can find out. So here you can see the order number 342. It has synced here as a customer PO number. Dynamics GP and BigCommerce integration made easy with APPSeCONNECT's modern iPaaS. Dynamics GP and BigCommerce connector can automate critical business processes and streamline your organization data efficiently.